Hello, I'm the Gym Theory, and today we're going to be testing a new series. I'm going to make one based off of motivation and keeping people in the gym. Since it's semi regularly close to the new year, I would say we're pretty far from it at this rate. It's almost February. But for those who are still sticking with it and those that actually went New Year, New Me and kept going, I know a lot of people just say that and they end up quitting. But I do know there are people that stick with it. I decided to make this series. I know how difficult it can be to get into training and staying at it. I started at 159 pounds at 6 foot 5, and that's pretty rough. It's a pretty rough starting point for anybody, I would say. But for me, it was especially rough because I just could not put on weight. When I started, I was really nervous about how I looked in the gym. I was really iffy about, for instance, my arms because I hadn't trained them before. I had only trained legs sparsely for the years, and I was a martial artist, so that's all I did train in like Taekwondo. So I was very, very nervous starting out. I always believed people were judging me in the gym, and later I found out obviously that wasn't the case. I realized that, especially with the more muscular and the more experienced people in the gym, that everyone is incredibly kind and they're all there just to help each other and build themselves. Everyone started at some point where they didn't want to be. Let's be real here. No one just comes out of the womb muscular. That would be pretty painful. But in reality, we all come out in a different way and we all start at a different point. Some people may start super overweight. Some people may start super underweight like I did. It's just everyone has their own starting point. And some people may even be moderate. They may already be a little experienced and decide to come into it after years of not working out. Reality, working out, there's going to be a huge difference in a bunch of people because in reality, working out is something everyone should be doing and everyone has done for millennia. It doesn't matter what group you're from, everyone has been doing it before. It is important to remember that no one is judging you in the gym. And the person that is, that they're pretty miserable. That person, you don't want to be like them. You don't even need to care about their opinion. That person sucks. They're going to be miserable. They're judging people constantly. Obviously, that's usually a mirror. They're looking at themselves. So don't worry about that. Genuinely, just focus on the gains. I can guarantee to you, if you're overweight or underweight and someone who has been in a gym for a while sees you, most of the time they see that as motivation themselves, saying, I used to be at that point too, and it is great to see other people trying, just like I did. But I also believe some of us may look at you and say, wow, I'm really impressed that person's starting and I support them. One thing I always say to myself is I'm always fully supportive of people, no matter where they start. And I see it with a lot of respect because I know how difficult it is, especially going from like a super low weight to trying to gain. It can be really difficult to push yourself to eat more. It could also be very difficult to work out at that frequency and to understand that you have to eat to gain. You can't just like ignore it. I still struggle with eating from time to time, and I'm like 4 years in now. It just happens. But there are tricks to it, and you will learn. Motivation wise, there is a lot. There's a lot that keeps you from continuing, and there's a lot that will keep you going. You need to look at yourself in the mirror every day and understand each day you are making progress. Even if it's a rest day, you need to understand that is a day you are building muscle. You don't build muscle in the gym, you build muscle after the gym. And you have to understand that your body needs rest. You can't work out 24/7. I tried it, it doesn't work. And in reality, it will just end up with you losing muscle. So, what I'm trying to say is don't push yourself to try and get there faster than everyone else. Everyone gets there at their own pace, and you need to take it at a safe yet motivated pace. Does not mean that you should just skip out on the gym and just not go and say, I'll get there one day. No, it means you need to be consistent. Consistency is key, but it doesn't mean you should go 24/7. If you want to go every day, you can also do active cardio. You can have those off days in the gym, I like doing that because I love being at the gym, but you cannot work the same muscle super frequently. I mean, you need to give it time to build, and more time is usually better, as long as, of course, you do the correct amount of volume. Next, you need to understand that there are going to be times where you hit plateaus. Plateaus happen, and they're expected. There will be a time where you don't feel like you can keep going, and you need to understand that you need to. You have to understand you have to push past it, because in reality, that is the world testing you, and that is your body testing you. It is trying to see, well, this is my previous limit. Think of a time like doing cardio. Your body wants to stop you at going your 7-minute mile, but you need to push past that. Try and go for that 6. When you go to the gym, you shouldn't just be training, oh, well, I did 10 reps of this and I did 3 sets and I'm done. No, you should go, okay, every single workout I'm going till failure. I'm going to go as heavy as I can. I'm going to go as many reps as I can with correct form. And you can't just go and ignore form. It's necessary. You will hurt yourself and that will push you back more. Or you may not build the muscle you want to build. So form is something you also need to understand. Effort. That's what I love so much about working out. And what you should love about working out is it is directly tied to the effort you put in. There are few things in the world. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of things that rely on luck or something of the sort. Working out does not rely just on luck. I mean, some people will have better genetics than others. That's just a given fact. Or have more money to build more muscle via, say, better diet. Or some people may be able to afford something like TRT. But not everyone can afford that. And not everyone can do that. And some people don't want to do that. Not everyone needs to do TRT. I mean, that's not something you need to do. You don't need to be enhanced. You can be natural. And I push for people to always stay natural. I mean, if you want to make that choice after getting to your peak natural form, go ahead. But you should always see how far you can go naturally first. That concludes my first video on the channel. Obviously, there's a lot to work on, but I wanted to start somewhere. And I believe at least this topic for me is something that is really important in the gym, specifically with motivation and feeling like you're not able to work out near other people. I feel like that's a big struggling factor for most people, and the reason most people don't end up staying in the gym. That's why I decided to make the video, and I'm hoping that my quality can go up with the next few. My mic issues and the noises in the background aren't helping, but I'll work on that. Thanks for staying for the full video, and please, enjoy your day.